Well, I'm pretty sure we were pretty deflated at the time, but I mean, I know there was a lot of rallying on the bench after that we had come back, not to hang our heads and keep going after them.
Tom Poti said that John Carlson has been your best defenseman in the first 2 games. Do you agree with that, and how well has he been playing?
Well, I agree, except for the mistake he made on the first goal, which was a gamble, and I don't know how much of a mistake it was. There's just something about him that you know, I mean, glory follows him, and some guys get that, you know, and I've said it before. They come up in the 9th inning with the bases loaded, and they're the ones that do the damage. I think John Carlson in his career is going to be like that.
Bruce, Nick Backstrom couldn't get out of bed earlier this week. Now he's you know, had a hat trick tonight and was probably the best player on the ice. Talk about his play.
He looked better, you know. Sorry. No, he had a good game. I mean, Nicky's a great player. And, you know, great players come to the fore when you need them. And it was the same as Camilleri did for them, I thought, tonight. And Plekanec and Ovi, Nicky, Carlson, you know, did for us.
After game 1,
I can hear you.
Okay, after game 1, when Backstrom and Carlson both gave up opportunities, can you speak to them before game 2, and glad they took the shot this time?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to shoot the puck a lot more. I thought we were trying to be way too cute last game.
Bruce, you won, and you can score better than any team in the league, but do you like them that wild?
No, I mean, we had to, you know, I mean, it's the only way we were going to win tonight was if we decided to go all offense. And, I mean, by no stretch of no stretch did we probably deserve to win, you know, but we got lucky and we did, and we know we're not out of the woods. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to say that Montreal's outplayed us for 2 games, and they were on the road. Now we're going into their building, so we have to play an awful lot better, and we have to tighten up, obviously, if we want to succeed anywhere, whether it's this series or beyond. But right now we're just worried about winning the next game.
Bruce, would you assess the first 2 goals Montreal scored, and based on that assessment, how does that affect your goaltending decision moving to Montreal for the next 2 games?
I haven't really thought about who's playing Monday yet, but I mean, it was more of a deflating thing on the bench that I thought we needed to change. The first one was a knuckleball, and it was really, it was for your first shot on goal, it was a tough one. And I thought, I mean, we made such a bad play in the second one because Stitson is in between the circles with a wrist shot. I mean, so I don't know in the real world if Theo had much chance on either one of them, but I do know that we had expended an awful lot of energy in the first 8 minutes of the game, and we were down 2-0. So I thought that might be a lift from the crowd, and B, a lift on the bench. And you know, I don't know if it worked or if it didn't work, but we ended up winning.
Bruce, what effect did Tom Poti standing up for Alex Ovechkin do there when he took on Gomez?
I thought it was great. It's the first time I've seen Tom in a fight, and I think the players rallied around it. Everybody patted him on the back, and we don't have a lot of fights anyway, but it told us something about how much he wanted to win. And I thought that, you know, after that, you know, even though our power play is struggling beyond struggling, that it gave us life, or more life.
Bruce, Mike Green and Jeff Schultz have been 2 of your best, if not your best defensemen all season, and they had some giveaways and some turnovers tonight. Did you talk at all to them during the game, or what would you say to them after this game?
Well, I didn't say anything during the game. We will talk to them about a couple things. I mean, one, sometimes you got to eliminate the body and box out rather than try to get pucks, because Mike has gone for the puck twice now in the last 2 games, and both times he's missed and the guys have scored, so at inopportune times also. So we'll watch video, and they'll learn from it, and they'll get better. Wizards still playing?
Actually, Alex Ovechkin, Nick Backstrom. Bruce, we'll bring
okay.
Coach,
okay.
Yeah, speaking of the basketball player back there, he's racked up 4 points. I'm speaking of Alex. Are you completely happy with the way he's rebounded after game one? And
I think you could see his energy and his desire and his leadership was there today, and it's, you know, I mean, if we all watched last game and today's game, the difference was night and day, and we need him to be like that all the time if we want to succeed.
Bruce, you guys talked about creating more traffic in front of the net for Halak tonight. Can you talk about how that played out and how much difference it made? Because it seemed like there was congestion definitely in front of the net tonight.
There was more congestion, you know, and I mean, it's something that both teams are working at, and I think all 16 teams in the playoffs, all the coaches are saying, go to the net, create traffic, and I think you've seen in the playoffs so far an inordinate amount of high-scoring games, and I think it's because every team is going to the net with reckless abandon type thing and getting loose pucks.
Bruce, the second, third, and fourth goal came with a lot of action in front of the net, as you say. Can you talk about net presence and how obviously it's going to be important as you go to Montreal?
Well, I don't think, you know, I mean, if it works, you got to keep doing it. And I mean, I'm sure they're going to do everything they can to stop it. And they'll talk about it, and we'll talk about going to the net, and they'll go to the net. They scored a few of their goals going to the net as well. And I don't think it's a secret in anybody's game that that's going to be successful. Goalies are too good now, so you have to go to the net and create traffic, or they'll see the puck and they'll stop it.